So another day and I'm sat looking at the painting. It's changed quite a lot. It has been attacked by my brush, but I'm quite happy with it actually. There is an area which I'm going to work on now. I'll flip the camera around so you can see, but it's around the foreground, and I did it with a little bit of a sort of impressionistic approach, because I was painting in these groups of I think they're irises, and I just grouped them together to make it look a bit different, and then I finished off. All the trees are done. I added a bit of a bluish hint to the stonework on the shadow side using a scumbling method. And what scumbling is, if you've not scumbled before, it's just putting paint on dry paint and then allowing the new paint to stand next to the old paint. So you can see two colours there, but from a distance it starts coming together. It just gives it a nice effect. And I did the same on the light side with a lighter colour to brighten that up a bit. It's funny how paintings, when they get close, they just look like splodges. And then you come away and your eyes start going, oh, that's pretty good. Which is a good thing when you're doing your own painting and you're like, oh, I don't like it, and then you step away and you're like, oh, I actually quite like it now. I've also done this in the water I'm focusing on. You see, a lot of English lakes and rivers, slow moving ones, they get duckweed on them. And I thought, I bet this gets duckweed on it. And I thought it'd be a good way as well to give me a sort of a straight edge on the water, just to flatten it a bit and put some of that on. And I did that tree there. I did a bit of light on there. This kind of has moved. When I put the light on it, it's kind of moved a bit, but I quite like it, and I like this dark in between. This is a separator. So what I want to do is put a little bit of light. I was just mixing a colour, a little bit of, I'm not using any sap green yet in this painting, but I just found a tube and I was like, oh, give me another green. Because sometimes when you're mixing your colours and you're thinking, how can I make more greens? And sometimes having a tube of viridian green, and a tube of sap green, and a blue, and a yellow, and another yellow, and a black, and another a light cadmium or chrome yellow, or yellow ochre. Suddenly you've got millions of greens, and then throw white in it as well. You've got loads. Then brown as well. But yeah, having two greens, what my point was, I went a bit off there, is sap green and viridian green. If you've got those two, you can get the majority of greens that you need. You can change it like that. So let's see. I'm going to look out the window and where I live while I paint this. Have a little bit of that. So I've got a bush growing. It's a red currant, and it's got nice leaves on it, and they're catching the light at the moment, and I thought that would be quite nice to have some nice, just in amongst this, some nice little leaves. Just put in a few, and then I'll sort of connect them as well with a little bit of stalk. This is they wanted to be a bit more light on one side. So I just wanted something different in there, because it was all very samey. Just by doing that, I like it a lot more, but I'm gonna... I mean, there was nothing wrong probably with what it was like, but you know what it's like when you're painting, you become so close to it, you start thinking, oh, I don't know. Actually, that green is almost the same as my green there, and I made that with viridian green and yellow and a bit of red, I think, and browns. Grab a little bit of this brown and white, and then back on this. Oops. And then some sort of a bit of structure, and a bit more of the yellow, and then I can pick up some on this one side. Just added a little bit more of that, and then if I pull out, now sitting back having a look at that, it needs a few darker leaves on the other side, and then so I'll get a darker, another brush, and I'll pick up some green and maybe a bit of blue, more of a darker green. I can break that a bit there. I can start using my colour to generate a little bit more. Yeah, that just breaks that up a bit there, and then I might do the same a bit further down, like here. Have another one. Kind of grows there. And then have a few more leaves there. A few grassy sort of spots. Bit more yellow on some of these as well. Yeah, and I think a bit more of this along here, using flat strokes. I've actually got this on my pond. I've got a tiny little pond, and it's got this on it. Good old duckweed, eh? But yeah. Just sit back, have a look. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like this one. I like this one down here. I like these differences, but I think it looks a bit too much there. Maybe that's enough. Maybe it just needed a little bit. Yeah, I like that. I like that better. Put a few different ones in there as well. Give it some movement. But I've got a bit more light there now, which I prefer, because that was something that was missing. I'll probably have a little little glimpse of light there as well. Yeah, because now what we've got, which is what I really wanted before, is almost an arrow. See how the yellow goes like this now to the house, and that's what I wanted before, but I wasn't quite getting it, and I painted for too long really. But yeah, now I just need to finish the windows, and that's about it. Whoa, what I've been doing the last hour. I created a wiggle here to move the water a bit, just to imagine it's moving. Got a little bit more of the green on the surface of the water, and there's a glow there which is reflecting from the other side of the roof, and you do get that because there's some houses around here, they've got the orange roof and the white, and I see that reflection, so I thought I'm going to reflect that light. I might have overdone it a bit, but you do see it. And I put a couple of birds up there, and then the window frames, I just quickly painted them in, and that one as well. Put a little bit of blue in the window, and then was just bouncing my eyes around, and one thing that I haven't done was put a little bit of blue in the trees as well, because you do get a lot of those breaks in the trees at the top, and I didn't have them in, and I thought I need to add some air in there. And then as you come out now, the whole painting, I think it looks pretty good actually. I'm quite proud of this one. It's taken me a long time, but it just proves, take a lot of time and effort into a painting, you get a bit more of a reward at the end of it. And I'm happier with this. I did put a bit more dark in there, a few more strokes, and there's a few different strokes in there now, so I'm happier with that. That was annoying me at first. I thought about putting detailed bushes and things in there, but it would take some away, because I don't really want the focus to be these bushes. The focus is the house. So when you look at the painting, the house is the focal point. I did consider having a person here, and I haven't thrown that idea out yet. I might still do that, but at the moment I think I'm there on this painting. It's been a bit of a journey, and I've got a huge canvas, 5-foot canvas for the next one. So I hope you enjoy these different types of videos. They're more, you know, things that I've learned as I paint, little tips that might help you with yours. And there we go, the finished painting. So it's hot here. It's really hot actually. But thanks very much for watching this little series of videos. I know it's different to painting a whole one all the way through. It might help someone out. So, and I'm enjoying it because I'm doing hard paintings. Well, more time put into a painting, then, like I said, you get better result. And the next one is going to be a Turner copy. I'm going to copy a Turner, and I've got the reference ready because when I went to the museum ages ago, I took pictures. But it's such a big painting, and I'm shrinking it as well. I'm not doing a full 8-foot painting. I'm doing it 5 foot, and I'm cropping it a little bit. And but the main, this is the rough sea and the big ship. I'm going to paint all that, so that's going to take a while. And there's a few things I need to do before I do that one. I might do a little tester one, so I might film myself doing a full little painting as I build up to that one. Or I need to work out where I can set it up as well. Got to move it over there and pull out a different easel because it's big. Because this one I use well, it's actually a Bob Ross easel. It's the Bob Ross bottom part of the easel, and then the top part is one of the wooden ones. I got a load of them when I used to teach. I think they were called Yorkshire easels. That one's a Yorkshire easel, and you can get, it goes quite big, but it won't go 5 foot. So I'm going to be using my other one. I've got a 4-legged easel, and I mean, it's not 5 foot tall, it's 5 foot wide. I think it's 3 foot tall, 5 foot wide. Anyway, that's for another episode. So thanks very much for watching this one. Bye for now.